everybody, and welcome back to Tea with C. As promised, we are diving into a series around the Purdue model. What is it? The challenges, all 6 layers, and then actually talking about other frameworks that are overlaying it, like 62443 with their zones and conduits. So let's get into it. So what is the Purdue model? The Purdue model is a security architecture that is commonly used in OT environments. Think water processing, SCADA environments, offshore drilling, utilities, and really what this is the architectural segmentation into layers that separate process systems, sensors, different logistic and operational technology into 6 layers. Now, while I will not be going into a deep dive, those will be for a later series, the 6 layers do comprise at the very top, starting with layers 4 and 5, which are usually reserved for enterprise-style devices and DMZs. And with layer 3, you have controllers like HMI, layer 2, process controllers like RTUs and PLCs, and then layer 0 is really reserved for those safety alarm sensors and actuators. But before I dive into all those layers on the next episode, what I really also want to talk about is some of the challenges around this model. And some of those challenges really involve this idea and notion that the purpose was to help with and actually create an error gap architecture. With modern technology and the introduction to IP and cyber assets, that has really changed the dynamic of the architectural structure and from mitigating the threats and risks within this network segmentation approach. So another challenge around this particular model is around the devices and the theory that these devices were supposed to last forever. And in some cases, some of these devices have not and cannot be replaced for the type of technology and innovation that it does provide, which does leave itself open for vulnerabilities and attacks based on the lack of being able to update it with the latest patch management or security. And then also too around the challenges with the Purdue model is in the advancement, you got to remember the Purdue model was introduced in the early 1990s, 1992, I believe. So along with the 62443 framework, engineers are really starting to learn and take a deeper dive into the application of zones and conduits, for which it's really just the zones is a grouping of cyber assets as it relates to the security requirements around those types. And then the conduits really supporting the communications and shared security requirements around those type of cyber apps. So in my opinion, while the Purdue model is still extremely effective, and we see that across multiple OT environments today, the application and the modification of introducing new frameworks and a new approach to security architecture is what we're now starting to see with technology innovation advancements, along with other specific OT cybersecurity solutions that can be embedded and other architecture reference such as zero trust. Now that will be a whole nother series and discussion around zero trust and zones and conduits, but I invite you back for next week where we're going to start diving into each of those 6 layers and looking forward to all of your comments.